Life in a remote village is slow, but still days pass very quickly. I wonder if time's gonna speed up even more in my perception every year, or remains at the same level as now. We're living in the times of biggest uncertainty. At least it's the strangest time in my life. I'm in the process of transferring from one professional sphere to another, and still sticking in between in the housewifey motherly routine. Time now is full of paradoxes, and I'm kind of experiencing them both. As a person with quite a high level of sensitivity, I balance between ups and downs, trying to go straight, remember about things that are really important, pay attention to details, and do something good for both my body and soul. Living in a private house, especially in a wild rural area, means you have something to do all the time. And in our situation, when our stuff is scattered between several countries and we ourselves are in a transition state from a settled comfy life in a European capital to finding another place for a long-term stay, it still means organizing things here, preparing for colder days and fixing parts of the house that are falling apart. In the past, I was dreaming about living with my family in our own house, close to nature, and now I do so. Surprisingly, I've realized that I'm a city person who prefers an easy access to big shops, museums, galleries, cafes and parks crowded with people, to lonely rural landscapes, to howling jackals, to lonesome walks with a kid to the only playground which is as old as me. I must admit, being here has its benefits. First of all, it's our place and we don't pay the rent, which saves a lot of money. We both don't have a job now, so it's a big bonus. Second, the air here is very clean. The thing I really hated when we were living in Kiev was the quality of air there. It was pretty low most of the time. And then I do like the mountains view here. The house is quite cozy and I enjoy lighting up the fire and sitting next to it. I think when my friends lived with us, and it was in spring and summer, it filled up my hunger for a good chat and that warm feeling of inter-exchange which you get only communicating with people. It's true for me at least. I know quite a few people who enjoy their solitude, their introvertedness, but it's definitely not me. I do enjoy time by myself, but not all the time. I like reading on my own, I like even traveling on my own, and I did a lot in the past. I like to stay alone at home and do something like cooking or cleaning even, but I need my family, I need my friends around, I need somebody to talk to every day. Oh, another thing I enjoy here is the climate, and the autumn here is very long and warm. I mean, for example, in Kiev, in the eastern parts of Europe, it's getting cold towards November significantly, but here we still were wearing light jackets or sweaters outside, my husband even t-shirts, till the end of November. If you're still watching this video, it means you probably like it, so if you didn't press like, do it please and comment on this. I'll be very glad to communicate with you. Most of the time we spend in our village, but occasionally go to nearby towns to shop or for a walk. I do enjoy short trips to nearby towns, especially to Велике Търново. As the days get colder and shorter and the nights longer, we spend more and more time sat next to the fire, both inside and outside.
It's Turkish. 2 minutes.
Fish sausage. Yellow sausage.
One moment.
Yellow sausage. Yellow.
In fact, my housewifey motherly part thrives here. I enjoy cooking a lot, especially baking. It brings me that feeling of comfort and inner balance in times when I don't really know what to do about my future career. As far as I'm here, cooking something brings me peace and quiet to a certain degree. Here I'm gonna show you how I make a quinoa salad. It's a very simple, nutritious and make you feel good breakfast. If you like substantial breakfasts, and they should be substantial, as the nutritiologists and dietologists say these days. For the quinoa salad, you can use any vegetables that don't need cooking, and it's good to use an avocado, 1 or 2, depends on how much you make. I add tomatoes, cucumbers, bell paprika of any color. I have red here, and olives, and probably also feta cheese would go well with this quinoa salad. Quinoa should be fully cooked. I prefer 3-color mix, which I sometimes buy separately, black quinoa, white quinoa, and mix it together, and that tastes the best. A little bit of red sweet onion or white salad onion would be good here as well, but I didn't have it. So such a simple joy of life as cooking. Probably not everybody would agree with me, not everybody likes cooking, but for me it's something that brings me back to the ground. There's something ancient and archetypical in it, and I like it. A good quality olive oil is really important here, and a pinch of salt. I prefer smoked molten salt. It gives this extra texture and a little bit of smoked flavor. When I lived alone, I didn't cook so much. I cooked only very simple things like eggs and noodles or buckwheat, just to eat on the go. Sometimes I chose more complicated dishes, but very rarely, and to be honest, I enjoyed when somebody came over and I could treat them.
Avocado here.
Some of my friends call me a feeder, and now as I have somebody to feed all the time, my family, my archetype of mother and feeder has grown significantly.
Out.
And sun goes down.